settles from 2. The sweep is on for London. They talk their talk and they walk their walk. Oh, and there's a bit of a fight to go on here. Jones and McGusty get involved. The bench is clear. There's going to be disqualifications here at the end of the final.
Manchester versus London. How did we end up here? Well, let's go back to their first meeting in the championship.
Youngs. Forever. They call me a Simon, then I sold more. Next time, don't be so sure. They can't get my name out their mouth now like a coleslaw. Man, the price went up on the coleslaw. When Fredo and Fendi and bought the whole store. I used to show love.
You get the tip off. First ball goes to Manchester. PJ Smith. Obviously, they find Max Jones. Looks to try and get something going early. All the way downhill. Unable to finish.
Yeah, that's good stand there by Amin there.
Early 3 by Mixel. And he nothing but net to start this game.
Yeah, good shot there from Mixel. He's going to be a problem tonight. Missed the beginning of the season.
December 19, 2025. London was at home at the Copper Box and Christmas was just around the corner. With them already at the top of the table, a win would be a nice Christmas gift for the fans. However, there was just one problem. Manchester didn't get the memo. Kayem clearly didn't, as he devastated the Lions' defense. He was looking like his skin was turning green. He really wanted to ruin Christmas. With 8 field goals attempt made and 8 goals hit, his efficiency was dangerous. But hold on, this party crasher didn't come by himself. No, Olu Adetukasi wanted in, and Cleary said, well, it's the month of giving. He passed the ball to Adetukasi, which went off for 3 for 3. London didn't have a response. On that day, KM, Cleary and Manchester taught us how to tame a lion.
As they take the lead.
How this game is going. Here we go again.
Johnson racing down the court, kicks it out. Carey in the corner. Nothing but net for Kyle Carey. And Jordan Johnson.
Twice, and Jordan Johnson being able to push the pace.
February 22nd, 2026. Lions' pride was hurt, but they were out for revenge. This was another meeting in the championship. This was about sending a message. This is our battlefield, our plains. This is where we eat. Shawnee Brown came in, understood the message, went to work like a hitman, dropping them baskets. Shooting at 70%, he meant business. Manchester didn't have an answer, but he wasn't alone in this feast. Dean Williams wanted to eat too, going 40% from shooting. And with Joel Scott lurking, going 50%, it started to look horrific for Manchester. Then came Shabar Reynolds, jumping on Manchester's neck. He went 80% from shooting. The Pride ate well. Lions were proving that there's only one room for one apex predator. Manchester headed home to lick their wounds.
Wow, that was really clever by Ethan Price as he got all the way to the bucket.
Substitution champion then is number 6.
Yeah, it's nice. Just pick and roll.
March 4th, 2026. And Manchester doesn't know what it means to quit. They were out for war. They tamed the lion once. Can they do it again? Well, Max Jones ain't scared of no cat. And when he went straight for the attack, London threw everything they had at Max Jones. But Jones started to look like Indy with how much luck he had on his side. It was like he was blessed. He was 47% from shooting and 40% for 3. Coach Matthew Otten looking like a proud father on the sideline, whilst Coach Sabonis looked like he was in despair. Yeah, so much despair, he was ready to throw hands at the end of the game. Once again, Manchester was making a habit out of taming a lion. But this was far, far, far from over. There's one meeting that shall decide the fates of these teams. March 22nd, 2026, the Super League Cup final. The scene was set in the city where they have a theatre for dreams, where some men wear skies on their back, a legendary city with cries of victory etched in the street. Both teams knew what it takes, knew what they needed to do. They both already tasted victory. They both tasted defeat. But one has to win. This is the penultimate test. Who will come out holding one of the most prestigious cups in British basketball? Manchester came out throwing the first punch, dominating the first quarter. The fans started roaring. It was Manchester City. It was their territory. And a small cat decided to enter the ring. London couldn't find their feet. They were getting blitzed by Jordan Johnson, who was going to burn Manchester into every player's mind. 45% from shooting, but that percentage doesn't do him justice. He was a constant threat throughout the game. The Lions bench sat fist clenched, gritting their teeth. It was painful. Jordan Johnson was 4 out of 10 in threes, shooting at 40%. Jordan finishes the night with a massive 30 points. Obviously, Max Jones still had a bone to pick with the Lions. He, 40% from 3, ended his night with 12 points. Manchester fought hard, but their magic trick ran out. The Lions bared their fangs in the third quarter. This is where the Lions showed why they were at the top, why they were the ones with a target on their backs. Once again, no questions asked. Shorty Brown went to work, defending, offensive, anything the coach needed. 45% from shooting, dragging Manchester back to the pit. There was no escape. There's no time. There can't be. Another line hopped into the frame. Joel Scott, scraping and fighting for those rebounds. This is London Lions arena now. 62.5% from shooting, ending his game with 15 points. But McGusty, he wanted blood. He went straight from the jugular. 42% from shooting, finishing the night with 21 points. Manchester finally fell to the Lions. The Lions won the cup, but somehow it wasn't over. McGusty said a bit too much to the Manchester bench, which ended with them being shoved by Max Jones. Both teams were at each other's throats, which ended with both teams being disqualified and having to leave the court.
Benches at both sides. Well, we said there was some bad blood coming in, and there is some bad blood here at the end of the final.
Only the players on the floor, coaches, could stay. London took the win, but something tells me that this isn't over, not by a long shot. London, the capital. Other teams say they're pampered, that they're the rich boys, that it's easy for them to be. But what they don't see, they are the spearheaders for a nation. They are in the capital, but need capital just to survive. The hard work, the amount of time, the effort, the fans who work hard to see them, the players who work harder to be heard. This is London. This is history. This is Lions. This is Super League basketball. Until next time, peace.
No sounds on the same. We work hard for the paper still. We get loose on the days off still. So baby, come on, tryna take off still. Don't peek, see the make sauce still. I got the pussy on my radar still. More cake than a bake off. I hit it, then I skate off. Yeah, we pay bills when we make cars still. We work hard for the paper still. We get loose on the days off still. So baby, come on, tryna take off still. Don't peek, see the make sauce still. I got the pussy on my radar still. More cake than a bake off. I hit it, then I take off. She wanna meet, I wanna make art. Steak, baked flakes, got a shaker. Track on my dough, got a safeguard. It's like southbound, the hair to stay dark. Hey, bubble burst with the 8R. Purse for the imitator. It won't grow on tree, so it's on.